Hi guys, welcome back to Geeks Wargaming and welcome to our latest battle report. Today I'm being joined by the King Fluff and we are back in the Horus Heresy. This is something that a lot of you guys out there have been asking for recently. There's been a few comments about when we're going to do another 30k battle report. Now is when we're doing another 30k battle report. I'm really looking forward to this. It's been quite a while since we've faced off against each other, hasn't it?
I think it was Night
Lords
last time.
And today I'm bringing my Ultramarines, because that is my 30k army, and you are bringing?
Talons of the Emperor? Well, Custodes, really.
Custodes, brilliant. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. The mission we're doing is Blood Feud, so you get extra victory points for the kind of units that you destroy. But the kind of units that we've got today, you're only getting that one. Unless you kill the Warlord, and then you get two because an independent character. And we're doing search and destroy deployment zones, so it's kind of in quarters with a bubble in the middle. So we're 18 inches apart at the very start of the game, but I am really looking forward to this. It's going to be really good fun. It's always good fun to get Ben on the channel. It's been a while. It really has. It's been, actually, do you know what? It's probably almost been
about a year.
Do you know what? It might even be 2.
No.
Possibly it's been 2 years.
Wow. Since
last time we played each other. King Fluff runs a Instagram page and a Facebook group as well, so go check out the King Fluff and the real King Fluff on Instagram. Go check him out, give him a like, give him a follow. He does some events as well in the local area, which are great fun, and you've got a couple coming up soon?
Yes, we've got one on the 9th and 10th of March, which is sold out.
This may come out after.
Yeah, this may be out. We might be talking in the future. And then the next one is at the end of July.
Yeah. And there are still tickets available at the moment, I think, aren't there?
Yeah, for the second one there is, yeah.
So, if somebody wanted to take part in a 30k event in the Midlands area, how would they find you and how would they go about getting tickets?
So, if you bought tickets from for any of the Warhammer World events through Eventbrite, all the tickets for our events are on there as well. So, if you just search for King Fluff or Cataclysm of Iron in Eventbrite, it'll throw up the tickets of what's available.
There you go, and keep an eye out because you're running quite a few of these now, aren't you? You're putting more and more of them on.
Yeah, we're doing about 5 a year at the minute. So we've got a story arc based on the Cataclysm of Iron, which is a mini civil war that happens in the Belt of Iron, which involves a few Forge Worlds, and that's a story arc we're following through everything, and then so we're doing those as kind of Heresy events, but we're also doing Adeptus Titanicus and 28mm scale Titan events as well. So, being one of the admins for the Titan Owners Club, we're running events through there as well. So, if you've got Titans that you want to stick on a battlefield, then
and who doesn't want to do that? Who doesn't want to do that? Yeah, exactly. So go check them out if you're interested. Go check them out on Eventbrite as well. Say hi. That you've come from Geeks, whatever. He won't give you a discount.
you might get some free things with it.
But let's go take a look at the armies. So this is the 1,500 points of Custodes today, and HQ and Warlord. We have the Legion Custode Shield Captain. He is equipped with the Paragon Spear and the Parasidium Shield. How do you say it?
Presidium.
We'll go with Presidium Shield.
Presidium.
And then we're going to move over to troops. We have 3 squads. We have the first squad of Sentinel Guards. In here there are 3 Storm Shields?
3 Storm Shields.
3 Storm Shields, 2 Power Fists, and a Sentinel Warblade. Second troop choice, we have another Sentinel squad. In here we have 3 Presidium Shields, we have 2 of the swords, and we have 1 guy with a Power Fist. And then third and final troop choice, we have a 3-man Custodian Guards. In here there are 2 of the Adrosite Spears, and then a 3rd man with Guardian Spear. And then we move over to heavy support. We have the Telemon Heavy Dreadnought. This guy's equipped with 2 Arcanus Storm Cannons and the Spiculus Bolt Launcher. And then the final heavy support, we have the Sagittarium Squad. These guys are equipped with the Bolt Cavaliers, and these guys have a refractor field as well. So that is The 1,500 points of Custodes taking on the might of the Ultramarines today. So this is the Ultramarines taking on the Custodes today. HQ and Warlord, we have Captain Ramos Vantanos. He is in charge. He comes as standard, but he is being joined by an honor guard of Invictarus Suzerains today. Their legatine axes and boarding shields, hopefully keeping him safe. Into troops, we have a 10-man tactical squad, all equipped with bolters. The sergeant has a power sword, and there is a Nuncio Vox in this squad. Exactly the same loadout for the second squad of tactical marines. Into elites, taking an apothecary. So this guy will be joining Captain Ramos, and they will be travelling around in the trusted Spartan. Las cannons, heavy bolter on this. It's got armoured ceramite and a flare shield as well, keeping hopefully the people inside nice and safe. Next heavy support choice, I'm taking a Leviathan, a Dreadnought, Siege Drill, Grav Flux Bombard and Phosphex dischargers on this guy. And then finally, my trusted Scorpius Whirlwind sits at the back of the battlefield, rains death down from above, and the two Nuncio Voxes in the tactical squads, making line of sight a lot easier. So that is my 1,550 points of Ultramarines for the battle today. The forces of the Ultramarines and the Custodes are down on this battlefield. This war-torn city is about to face the onslaught of the might of the 13th Legion and the Custodes as they clash. The Ultramarines now down on the battlefield. Spartan assault tank ready to head up the road or turn if needed. Leviathan Siege Dreadnought ready to work his way round and lay fire on the Custodes. Tactical squads kind of hunkered down a little bit at the back of the battlefield, fully aware that these guys give away victory points. So we have one hunkered down in the building, and we have one squad over there on the other side of the battlefield, but they do have Nuncio Voxes that'll help the Scorpius Whirlwind, which is currently sitting behind the Bastion. The Custodes now on this battlefield, not many of them, only two squads of them. The first squad, the Sagittarum, 3 men looking out across at the Ultramarines, and they're being followed up by the Telemon Heavy Dreadnought just to the side of them. And that is it. That is everything down for the Custodes. Now the Ultramarines currently have first turn, but of course Mr. Fluff is going to try and seize. Will he get a 6? No, he does not. Ultramarines, turn 1. The Ultramarines now on the move of the battlefield. The only things to actually move are the Spartan tank and the Leviathan Dreadnought. So they have moved around 18 inches just in range of the Grav Flux Bombard with the guys on top of the building. And then I have all 4, or the quad cannons pointing down at the Dreadnought. So straight into the shooting phase. I'm going to shoot with the quad las cannons first. Obviously the target is the Dreadnought down here. So I'm now hitting on 3s. Got my dice, hitting on 3s. They've all hit. 4s to glance, 5s to pen. Oh wow. Oh wow, just the one glance. Brilliant. So obviously the Dreadnought has a 4-pin run save, which it doesn't make. So a glancing hit against the Dreadnoughts. It's not a bad start. Let's unleash the Dreadnoughts. Grav Flux Bombard. Now I've decided to put the template, well, the only place I can really put it is here. So it's going to cover all 3, but obviously I need to roll to see where it lands. -5. It's a hit anyway, so that's good. That's all 3 of them underneath that blast. Now we have to see if we wound these guys. So what Ben has to do now is 2d6 and roll underneath their strength, which is 5. So I want over. So there's 1. That one's fine. The last one. That one is also not fine. So there are 2 wounds that have gone through. Any invuln saves?
Yep. 2 5+.
5 ups. Both of them have failed. Scorpius Whirlwind is the next one to shoot. I have rolled my d3 and I rolled a 4, so I get an extra 2 shots, so 3 in total. I am going to put all the blasts on here, and obviously they're going to do the flippy scatters. But he cannot see. However, Nuncio Vox in this tactical squad here on top of this building has got lovely line of sight onto these guys. So the first one is a big old scatter. So the template has actually landed there. Now, if I manage to get a flip this way, I will still hit a couple of these guys here. So let's see. First one is a hit, so I will get to place that wherever I want. And then the next one is a hit as well, so I get to place 2 of them. So because I rolled 2 hits, I get to place them wherever I want. That's in contact with the first marker. So I placed it here and then here. So 4 guys, well, these 2 guys under the blast twice. Strength 8, toughness 5, but it's still 2s to wound. All 4 have wound. This is a AP 3, but these guys are 2 up. So they get their normal 2 up save. Oh, there's a 1. There's a 1. One guy dies. That is the end of the Ultramarine shooting. We've done a little bit of damage to the Custodes. 1 guy dead, 1 guy on 1 wound on top of the building. Dreadnought down a wound. That was slightly disappointing. We could have destroyed it, but never mind. But he's got 3 wounds left. It's going to be over to the Custodes. There's going to be no reinforcements this turn. These small little scout squad need to hold on. Custodes now have had to step back a little bit, so the 2 guys on top of the building passed their dangerous terrain and are now off down the back of the building, and the Dreadnought has also shuffled back slightly, obviously fully aware that there's quite a few guns of the Ultramarines now pointing in their general direction. So we're going to go straight on to shooting. The Dreadnought is going to be the only thing to shoot this turn. And which weapons?
So it's the the Arachnus Storm Cannons.
Arachnus Storm Cannons. They sound painful. And which target?
The Leviathan Dreadnought.
Oh, my Libby. My Libby Dreadnought. Okay, so 4 dice. Hitting on 2s, of course. Oh, 1 miss. Strength 9 now, so 4s to glance, 5s to pen. We have 1 penetrating hit. That's quite nice, but obviously I do have my shield save. So this weapon now, if Mr. Fluff rolls a 4+, he gets a free penetrating hit, which he does. Beautiful. So I have 2 shield saves to make. So I kind of now need 2 4-ups, which I make a 4 and a 6. It's a beautiful thing. So that's the end of the first turn. Little bits of damage done to the Custodes down here. 3 hull points left on the Dreadnought and 2 guys left in the squad. Ultramarines currently untouched. No damage done, but we do have reinforcements for the Custodes coming in this turn. As we head into turn 2, the Ultramarines now on the move up the battlefield. The Spartan and Leviathan moving round. We can't really see these 2 little guys behind the building. Mr. Fluff has put them so they're out of sight, but the Dreadnought is well clear of our shots now. The only other thing to happen really is I've scattered and moved around the tactical squad at the back of the battlefield, fully aware that there's probably going to be some deep striking Custodes in this kind of area in turn 2. First shots now from the Ultramarines. The Spartan tank is going to shoot down at the Dreadnought. All of the las cannons, I need 3s with a reroll. That reroll is not needed. 4s to glance, 5s to pen. We get 1, just the 1 penetrating hit again. 4 up in Vun save now for the Dreadnought. Yes, he is fine. I am now slightly frustrated. The Leviathan Dreadnought is out of range because this Dreadnought has shuffled back a couple of inches here. I'm now not within 18 of my Gravflux Bombard. Scorpius Whirlwind, 48-inch range. It's 50 inches to this guy, so I'm 2 inches out. So there's nothing else to shoot now. That's it. No damage done to the Custodes. Reserves now coming in. And, well, Fluffy fluffed his dice rolls, so the HQ squad, another squad, failed to come in. And we have a Sentinel squad only coming in. But check out the balls here. Right by the Scorpius Whirlwind, right by the Bastion, right by the edge of the battlefield. And this is where they're going. So, let's see. Do they scatter? It's a hit. They land on target. And the only other thing to move this turn is the Dreadnought has moved back a little bit, and the 2 guys have also moved a little bit as well. So do I chase after them with the Ultramarines if we survive all the shooting from the Custodes? So the Dreadnought has shot at my Leviathan and hit with all 4 dice. So now 4s to glance, 5s to pen. We have 2 glances and 1 penetrating hit. And another penetrating hit because we get a free one on a 4+. No extra penetrating hit. So, doing the 2 glances first. 4 ups needed. 1 goes through, so I'm down to 3 hull points. And then we've got the penetrating hit. 4 up needed. Oh no, that penetrating hit goes through. AP1 weapon, so +2 now to this damage roll, which becomes a 6, which I think is immobilized. The only other thing to shoot this turn will be the bolt caster on the Sentinel Warblade, and he's going against the tactical squad, so I'm guessing you need 2s. 2 6s, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
And then I'm toughness 4.
So it is strength 5.
Okay. There's 2 wounds as well. So that weapon is an AP 5, so I do get my 3 ups. Wow, so you roll snake eyes. That's really helpful. So at the end of turn 2, a little bit more damage done. An immobilized Leviathan Dreadnought. That's not helpful. 2 dead tactical marines down there. Now have Custodes in the back lines of the Ultramarines, and obviously these guys hiding around the back of the building. What do I do with my Spartan? Do I move it back to cover for more incoming Custodes? Or do I carry on rolling forward and try and kill the Dreadnought? Decisions. So now head into turn 3. The Spartan has moved up. I've decided to move him up. I'm fully aware that my HQ choice, my Apothecary and my Victaris squad are in there, and I'm moving them further and further away from where the rest of the Custodes are probably going to appear. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Leviathan Dreadnought's obviously immobilized. So what's happened over this end of the battlefield? The Scorpius Whirlwind has moved out, which means I'm only going to get 1 shot with its cannon, or its missiles. And then the 2 tactical squads have moved down and out of the building and across, and then the other squad over this side here where my pointing is, have moved around. So these guys are all in rapid fire range. Some of these guys are in rapid fire range. I'm going to shoot with the bolters as well. So if I shoot with the bolters off this one first, I will get to re-roll 1s for both of these squads when shooting at the same target. Rapid firing, quite a lot of dice, weight of numbers, hopefully kill off a couple of those Custodes. The bolters from the Scorpius Whirlwind hit their target, no wounds done. The missiles actually went off the battlefield, so that was really helpful. This first tactical squad here, 4 of the guys are in rapid fire range and can see all of them, and then the rest of this side can only see realistically 1. So I'm going to do them first because yeah, if I shoot and clear off the one that everybody can see, then the rest can't shoot. So I need 3s to hit. 4 hits. Now I need 5s to wound, re-rolling 1s. There's a 1. No wounds done. And then we've got the rest of the bolters. 3s, a little bit better. 5s to wound. Ooh, 3 wounds, mate. Normal save. So I'm guessing these are 2 ups.
2 ups.
Oh, there's a 1. Take a wound. Next tactical squad to shoot these guys in here, all in rapid fire range. Now obviously Fluffy has killed 2 of them off, so there's 7 rapid firing bolters and the sergeant with a bolt pistol. So 3s to hit. A few misses. There's 4 misses in there, the rest have all hit. Now these have got to be, again, 5 and 6s, but re-rolling 1s. 2 re-rolls, 5 and 6s. Just the 2. Yep, just the 2 wounds, mate. There's 2 dice. 2 ups. Passed. That squad is fine. Kind of thought they would be. They are tough. Las cannons now from the Spartan are going to shoot down into this Dreadnought. 4 shots. Re-rolling. There's... See, I'm getting 5 and 6s on the rolls to hit, but not on the rolls to penetrate. 4s to glance. 5s to pen. Better. 1 glancing hit, 2 penetrating hits. Do you want to roll me the glancing hit first, sir? 5 up.
4 up.
4 up, even. No, the glancing hit goes through. He's down to 2. 2 penetrating hits. 1 of them goes through. Excellent. So let's see what damage we do. Now, because of this Dreadnought, I have to roll 2 dice on the armor, on the damage table and take the lowest. But I am +1 because I'm only AP2. So it becomes a 3. That's slightly annoying. So the only damage done to that Dreadnought is a crew shaken. So firing snapshots next turn, which might be quite beneficial. And obviously only one wound done to those guys at the back of the battlefield as we head over to King Fluff and Custodes turn 3. So we now have another unit of Sentinels coming in, and Fluffy's decided to deep strike them here. So nicely in range, but we've got a scatter. Off the board. Not off the board, 6 inches that way, so not horrendous. The Shield Captain and Guardians are going there. Let's see where they scatter. Nowhere though, yeah, hit bang on target. Well, that's it now. All of the Custodes are on the battlefield. The full might of the Emperor's Special Warriors. The squad that came in over here and scattered a little bit, they have ran at 3 inches back towards the edge of the board. The squad that was round the back of the Bastion have moved up and round, looking at supporting the Warlord and his unit of bodyguard that are here. So that's going to be quite scary. These 2 Sagittarian men have come round. They do have this combi beam weapon of doom, so that's probably going to go against the Leviathan and my Spartan, I'd have thought. And then obviously we have the Dreadnought here that's still alive with 1 hull point that's moved back a little bit. It's scary times. I need my Leviathan to live, really, because these guys are just 18 inches from here. Phosphex, grab bombard. Boom, boom, Warlord. First shots of this turn, disintegration beam against my Leviathan Dreadnought, hitting on 2s or 3s. 2s, so both have hit. No get hots either, so that's good. This is strength 5 armor bane. 5, but it's armor bane, so 2d6 on 5 plus 5. So front armor's 13. Let's have a look. That's a 14, so that is a penetrating hit. That's a 16, that is also a penetrating hit. 2 4-ups needed. Oh no, one of them goes through. Oh dear me. AP2 weapon, so it's +1 on the damage table. Here we go. It becomes a 2. I'm still alive with 1 hull point remaining. However, that has now kind of messed up my plans, because that's now crew shaken, which means I'm snap firing, which means I cannot fire my Gravflux Bombard or my Phosphex Discharger over there. That's not helpful. Telemann Dreadnought now has picked a new target. He normally goes for the Spartan, but he's actually going to go for the Leviathan Dreadnought because we have 1 hull point remaining, but he is snap firing, so 6s. Brilliant, get 2 of them. 2 6s, 2 1s, that's some good rolling. And what is the strength for this weapon?
Strength 9.
Ooh, strength 9. So, 4s to glance, 5s to pen. 2 penetrating hits. 2.
It's actually... Hold on.
Oh, yeah, good point. You get 2 extra. Oh, 4 penetrating hits. Here we go then. So I get 4 4-up invuln saves. Oh no! I saved 3 of them. 1 of them goes through. He's only got 1 hull point remaining, so he is going to die. That's a bit of a pain in the bum. Do you want to see what damage you do on the table? Can you do what's its AP?
1.
AP 1. This weapon's an AP 1 weapon. Ow! So +2 then onto this dice roll. Becomes a 4. But I am out of hull points. Remaining shots was the Shield Captain going into this tactical squad here, killing off 2 guys. So that is everything. 1 Leviathan Dreadnought down. Is there going to be any assault at all? Yes, there is. The Sentinel Guard made it into combat with the Scorpius Whirlwind. So the 2 guys with the Power Fists are going to hit. 2 attacks each, 1 extra for the charge, hitting me on 3s. So, or is it 2s to hit me?
3s.
3s, so it is a miss, thought so. So strength 10, rear armour 10. This is going to go well. So here we go then. So shockingly enough, they've all penetrated. Is this armour bane by any chance, or is this anything silly like that? No.
No, just specialist weapons.
So it's AP.
Mastercrafted, sorry.
Mastercrafted. AP.
AP1.
AP1. So we +2 onto these. You need to see 6. And there.
2 6s.
So that's 2 immobilised, a 5 and a 4. So that's the Scorpius Whirlwind now gone. That's painful. Consolidation, 5 inches. I've had some interesting decisions now to make, especially with the tactical squads on the other side of the battlefield. The Spartan tank has moved around slightly. I've kept the HQ choice and the Invictara squad inside for the time being. This side of the battlefield, however, I feel has kind of been lost and will fall quite quickly to the Custodes. So the tactical squad that was kind of in the middle between these two squads has fallen back, and they'll be able to shoot at the shield captain. The squad that was over here and very, very close in range to these guys, they've got inside the bastion. They've got inside it, and I'm going to shoot out of it. So at least they're in a little bit of safety and they can't be shot at. Now, admittedly, the Custodes then go and attack that building and destroy it, but that sounds fun. The Spartan is the first of the Ultramarine units to shoot. What I've done is the heavy bolters off the top. I shot down at this squad here, no damage done, but I've still got the las cannons to shoot at this dreadnought. I really need this dreadnought to die so I can then do target other things, really, but it's only got 1 hull point left. So las cannons hitting on 3s, re-rolling because they're twin linked, all but 1 because that's a 4. 4s to glance, 5s to pen. 1 pen and 1 glance. Do you want to roll me your invuln save on the pen first, please?
4.
Passes. Penetrating hit. He passes it. He's passed both of them. He's saved both. That dreadnought is still alive. Bane. Bane of my life. Right, tactical squads to shoot. So the grand total of all those shots going into the furthest Custodes. I'm inside of the bastion, and then these guys rapid firing in, re-rolling because they'd already been targeted. 1 wound. Just the 1 wound put on the guy with the power fist. Oh dear. Custodes now trying to push that advantage. The 2 guys down here with that horrible beam have moved up and around. Dreadnought's moved up. Looks like it's coming after the Spartan. Looks like both of these squads are coming after the Spartan. The Sentinel squad that deep striked in, they've moved up the battlefield a little bit. Kind of not doing anything now over there. Over here, the shield captain and the squad have separated. Shield captain is just hanging back. The Sentinels are up in the faces of the tactical marines inside the building, and shockingly enough, the guys with the power fist are right up against the bastion. They're going to go punch a building. That's some anger issues going on. Tactical squad that fell back into the safety of the building have lost 3 men. 2 from this squad here and 1 from the shot. There was a guy just standing in the doorway and he got shot at by this Custodes squad and killed. A little bit painful. Now the beam weapon, beam, is going against the Spartans. So 2 dice, hitting on 2s. 2 hits. Oh dear, I don't like the sound of this.
So that's so the first beam is Armour Bane.
Armour Bane.
Strength 5. So that's 14.
That's 14. That's a glance.
Second beam. So glance in the pen.
Glance in the pen. Okay. Now I have a flare shield, but obviously the angle we're at, it ain't going to do anything. Okay. So damage.
Pen.
So first pen AP.
2.
AP2. So +1 onto this. So that becomes a 2. Brilliant. Brilliant. So the Spartan now with only 3 hull points remaining. The Telemon is going to shoot at this. No longer firing snapshots. So here we go. Let's see. Excellent.
Strength 9.
So 4s to glance, 5s to pen. Oh.
So that's
hell no.
On a 4+.
Now this is
extra pens.
a flare shield. So just checked, because this has a flare shield, those 5s are glances and not pens. I only have 3 hull points remaining, so the Spartan has gone into the assault phase. Shockingly enough, the guys made it into the bastion, and the guys made it into the tactical squad. I did roll a 6 on my Overwatch. Unfortunately, I failed to wound. So in the assault phase, the tactical squad inside the building have been completely and utterly annihilated by the squad, and we now head over to the building. So armor value 14, 4 hull points, automatically hit. It's like a stationary vehicle, so automatically hit. Strength 10, 4s to glance, 5s to pen, 1 glance. Just the 1 glance. Brilliant. Well done, you.
Thanks.
This is turn 5 now for the Ultramarines. Things are getting quite desperate on the victory points side. So all of the shots have rolled out from the Invictarus, the Apothecary, and Ramos. No damage. Well, there's 1 wound, but unfortunately it was saved, and they've obviously moved up out of the Spartan. I'm going to be going into assault with those guys. Now, over in the Bastion, what I've done is I've moved all the guys up to the top floor. And for the fun of it, there's 5 guys on the top that can see down and see the guys that are assaulting the building. So we're going to shoot them. 5 guys, hitting on 3s. A few misses. I'm going to be wounding on 5s. 4 wounds, mate. 4 wounds. 4 ups. 2 ups. I'm trying to cheat. I'm trying to cheat you out of your save here.
Just wearing their pants now.
And they're all saved. However, for the giggles, there's 2 heavy bolters here. These are automated weapons. Heavy bolter, going to shoot down. That heavy bolter is going to shoot over there. Because they're automatic weapons, we're going to treat these as ballistic skill 2. So we're going to be hitting on 5. So the first one going down, hitting on 5s, no hits. Second one, 2 hits. Wounding on 4s, no wounds. Fantastic. In the combat phase down here with the 2 remaining Custodes, Captain Ramos basically failed miserably with his 5 attacks, but the Invictarus Suzerains, I've got 3 wounds. 2 of them were automatic wounds because I rolled a 6 to hit, and 1 of them was a normal wound. But these are AP 2, so you have 3 invuln saves to make.
5 plus.
5 ups. None of them. That squad is dead. Now I've also consolidated back 6 inches and managed to roll 6, so they've kind of gone over here, regrouped, and put Ramos and the Apothecary in the middle, so the Invictarus Suzerains are protecting them. So they've literally stepped out the Spartan, murdered the squad, and then consolidated. But can Mr. Fluff do any better at trying to destroy a building? Let's go find out. Automatically hitting, power fists, strength 10, 4s to glance, 5s to pen, 2 penetrating hits, so we're down 2 hull points, we're down to 1. Now this is an AP 1 power fist, so it's +2, like a normal vehicle. So 1 becomes a 6, which is total collapse, and 1 becomes a 5 with a catastrophic breach. So the building has suffered a total collapse. The roof and several internal floors have fallen in, crushing anybody within the garrison. Now lucky for me, my guys are on top, and they took D6 strength 6 AP- hits, and Fluffy rolled a 4, but I managed to save the 2 wounds that were caused. So I've disembarked the building, and I'm now hiding round the back, but that building is now a ruin. It's a smoking ruin. We move into the 5th turn now for the Custodes. Pressure really starting to mount on the Ultramarines. Shield Captain, his squad, and the other squad now pushing up towards the HQ choice. The Dreadnought shuffle back a little bit. The guys that attack the building are now inside the rubble. That's why they're on top, and they're probably going to go out and into assault the tactical squad around the back. But it's straight into shooting, and the Telemon is going to use its arm cannons, which are
Arachna Storm Cannons.
At my big unit here. So 14 shots, hitting on 2s, brilliant. There's definitely a 1-1. They've all hit, 13 of them. Strength
7.
It's going to be toughness 4 because of the makeup of the unit.
So it's still 2s, isn't it?
2s to wound me. That's what I'd like to see. A few more 1s. 4 of them. So there should be 9 there. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, I can do maths. Okay.
So these are AP3.
So these are AP3, but my Invictarus Marines are here, so they have 2 up saves. Now, I suppose I should probably roll these 1 at a time, realistically, because they only have 1 wound each. So, first one, fine. Second one, fine. Third one, fine. Next. Oh, I've taken a wound. However, there's an Apothecary there, so I get a 6 up fail, no pain. No. So one of them is dead. Next. Fine. Next. Fine. Oh, 6 up. No, we lose 2 Invictus Marines. Next to shoot will be the Spickless Missile pod on the top. Same target, 5 attacks. In on 2s. All have hit. Wounded on?
So 5. Toughness.
4. 3 of them. AP.
AP4.
Same again though. 2 ups. Oh, 6 up. No. 1 more dead. And the next one in range is the Apothecary, really, isn't it? So, 3 up for the Apothecary. He's fine. 1 more Invictus Marine dead though. As we move into the assault phase, the guys inside the rubble have made it out. They took Overwatch, but managed to escape with no wounds. So first to hit in that squad will be the guy with the sword. So here we go then. How many attacks?
3 attacks.
Just 3. Okay.
Let's go 5.
2s. All hit.
3s.
Ah, 3s, of course it is.
And then
Strength.
is user, so strength 5.
Against toughness 4. Just the 1.
Just the 1. So that's 1 dead.
Yeah, it is 1 dead. There's nothing I can do about that. Yes, AP3. So 1 guy dies. Now it's my turn to hit. It's time for the Ultramarines to hit back. I'm going to hit back with the normal guys first. 6 attacks hitting on 3s. 2 miss. I'm going to need 5s to wound you though. Take 2 wounds, sir. Take 2. Roll me snake eyes. Or don't. That's fine. I don't mind that. And then I've got my sergeant with the power sword. So 2 hits. Strength user though. So I'm going to need 5s to wound you. Take 2 wounds. Power sword though.
So this is AP2.
Yep.
So 5 ups.
5 ups.
Oh no, sorry. 3 up.
3 up because I've got storm shields, haven't they? Do you want to... Where's that dice?
Yeah.
It's a 3. They are fine. Of course, they've got storm shields.
So their attacks back.
Yep. Now time for the power fists to do the damage. Is it 4 attacks each?
Well, 2 attacks, 1 for the charge.
That's it. 2 attacks, 1 for the charge. Here we go.
So 3s.
2s.
Who's the squishing dead?
2 dead. The squad is still alive, but I did lose combat. Kind of luckily for me, I passed my morale, so they are still in combat. As we enter the 6th and final turn of this battle, it's not looking good for the Ultramarines. Ramos, the Apothecary, and the Invictus Marines have all moved and ran back 4 inches, getting inside that building, giving me a little bit of extra cover. Over in the corner, those Ultramarines are locked in combat with the Custodes, but at least I will get to hit first. Normal attacks now from the 4 remaining Tactical Marines. I'm hitting on 4s, aren't I? So those 2 miss. 5s to wound you. You've taken a wound. Just the 1, sir. 2 up. Which he passes. And then I've got my sergeant. Both miss. Wow, that's fantastic. Right, it's going to be over to the Custodes now to hit me. You're going to get in with a hit with the sword first. 1 hit. 1 wound. AP.
AP 3.
AP 3. So do I take on my sergeant who's got artificer armour? Yes, I do. Oh, that was a brave decision. Okay, power fist time. He's going to die now anyway to a power fist, so I don't know. Moment of glory for the sergeant.
3s.
Yep.
2s.
2s. 2s to squish me. 4 dead. The sergeant will still be alive on his own. Surprisingly enough, the sergeant has just failed his morale and disappeared off the battlefield. He's seen sense. The Ultramarine has used his superior battle knowledge to survive and take on a different opponent on a different day. So we head over to Fluffy's turn 6 with only a couple of Ultramarines left alive. The Spickless guns on the Telemon have now shot at the really the only remaining unit on the battlefield. 7 wounds done. I'm going to roll them one at a time again because of the Invictaris Marines that are in there. So 2 up in Invuln save. Yep, wake up. The Arachnid Storm Cannons, 14 shots, hitting on 2s. I can see 2, 3 1s. Excellent. 4 1s. Brilliant. They are so going to survive this. They're not going to survive this. Wounded on.
Strength 7.
Toughness 4. There's 2 more ones. 3 more ones in there. Excellent. So there's 2, 4, 6, 7 wounds again. What are the odds? So, 7 2-ups. Here we go. Oh, 6 up. No, so there's 1 more Invictaris dead. Oh no, 6 up. That's the second of the Invictaris dead. So now it's on the Apothecary. What's its AP?
3.
And there goes the Apothecary, giving Mr. King Fluff an extra 2 victory points. The only man left for the Ultramarines is Ramos, who's hiding out inside of the building, and he's going to teleport his way off this battlefield because that is the end of the game. It is a victory for the Custodes. 8 victory points to 1 because of last man standing. They get an extra, so that's the 8th. Wow, that was brutal but great fun. Let's head over to the post-game review. Hi guys, welcome to the post-game review. Wow, that was quite brutal.
It was a brutal game.
It really was. So 7 victory points plus last man standing for you, which give you 8, and then I got 1. Just the 1. I thought at the start, the Spartan and Leviathan were going to do better, especially with your Dreadnought.
Yeah.
But
to be honest, it did last a long time, that 1 hull point. Longer
it
than
really
should have,
did, actually. In my defence, it's been quite a while since I played since I played Heresy, and I kept thinking it was 8th edition, and stuff off camera that happened like, what's this? Oh, you need this. Oh, if I only had a command point. And yeah, so I think he'd have probably died a lot damn quicker in.
To be honest, I
8th
think
edition.
the Sagittarian did pretty well because I think when you look at them, they look quite fragile, but because they've got 2 wounds each and they've got a 2+ save, and they've got proper big ass combi weapon.
Yeah,
guns.
that beam thing.
I mean, that they did once they got out of cover, because obviously they took a bit of hit from the Leviathans early on from the grav flux,
And then they went down and completely and utterly out of the way. I could not see them. No matter where my Spartan was going, where my Leviathan was going, you'd place them that well that I just had 0 view of them. So I couldn't finish the squad off until you stepped them out.
Yeah, once the Telemon had immobilised the Leviathan, and they could step out and just finish it off. Yeah. But it was a bit of a gamble because obviously you got the Spartan there, so yeah. They were always destined to get into combat at some point, but they lasted long enough for them.
Yeah, I mean, possibly my own mistake as well. When my Spartan was close enough, I probably could have got Ramos out and the Invictaris squad out and gone into combat with them maybe a turn earlier than what they did.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I know there was one point where you were debating whether to press on towards the Telemon or like
pull back,
do a U-turn and go after the other squad of Guardians and the Shield Captain. Which, to be honest, it's a hard prospect either way because the Shield Captain and the Guardians are kitted for combat. So
yeah, it's kind of the reason why I didn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, even with the Suzerain shield saves and stuff, they're gonna. Yeah. If the Suzerain had charged the Custodes, then it would have been a different story. But with the Custodes bonuses in charging, they do pretty well.
Yeah, and
charging those kind of elite units.
The best thing I think about Legatine Axis, and it's one of my favourite things about that unit. It's one of the reasons why I take that unit all the time. Is the automatic wound on a 6. If you roll a 6 to hit, you automatically wound. So if you're hitting a Primarch or something tough like a Shield Captain, you don't have to worry about wounding them because you've already done it in the hit phase, which I really like, and it's an AP2 weapon as well. I like that, and that works really well. And your Custodes look lovely, and I was always very, very conscious there were 3 squads deep striking in at some point. I mean, you turn 2 deep strikes when 2 units didn't come on the board. That I thought was hilarious. It could have been disastrous because if I'd have wiped you out.
Well, yeah, I mean that's
not that I would have them.
It's always the risk with because I tend to play Custodes with very small units because I think you get more tactical kind of fluidity with them. But because you're playing with small units, if they come in, you're not scattering as far, so you can mitigate that a little bit. But also, if they come in drips and drabs, you've only got very small units to deal with, and that can be a bit of an issue.
Because you can concentrate far on the units that you've got, which is what I was doing with the 2 in this corner. They just weren't going as quickly as I wanted them to.
I mean, if you got two 20-man tactical squads instead of 2, or even one 20-man tactical squad instead of the 2 10-man, then in my experience, once they start kind of laying bolter rounds down, they do a lot of damage.
Especially with interlocking tactics that Ultramarines have.
Ultramarines are even better at it.
So basically you shoot something at them, and then you hit, and then everything else that you shoots at them, you get to re-roll 1s to wound, which I think is really, really nice. It's the reason why I shot the bolters from my Scorpius Whirlwind first, because you shoot rubbish weapons at them, Scorpius Whirlwind bolters, bang, bang. Everything else that shoots at them, tactical squad wise, gets that reroll, which is what I did.
See, that would be amazing if you got a 10-man heavy support squad with heavy bolters in a bastion.
Yeah.
And then you're just kind of going ping ping with a couple of bikes or something with bolters, and then just unleash hell with
which I think is fantastic. I think that's a fantastic rule. And there are a lot of rules in 30k that I adore and I love. And like I say, it's been a while. I think I needed something to kickstart my love again for Heresy, and I think this is probably it, to be quite honest. But yeah, that was a really, really good, really good fun game.
Some good funny moments as well.
There was actually, wasn't there? And you got to destroy my Leviathan Dreadnought before I had a chance to phosphix you in the face.
Well, ultimately, I got to destroy a building after 15 years of playing Heresy. my first ever building that I've ever destroyed.
We spoke about that. You've never ever gone into combat with a building.
Never really needed to before. It's not one of those things, but
you had to today.
those brave soldiers of the 13th Legion.
But
redecorating.
But that worked to my advantage, because if you'd have gone into combat straight away with that unit, you'd have wiped them out.
I mean, that's the thing with a 3-man unit where you've got, say, 2 fists and a sword. Obviously, the fists are hitting last because they're unwieldy. Yeah. But you can you can absorb a lot of damage as well. So
which you did.
Even though you are hitting last, the fists still get to hit, and when they hit like a train.
So I had to do something. I had to get them out of the way. So the best way for me to do that was run them into that bastion, and it kept them alive for 2 turns. It kept them alive for 2 more turns, and they didn't die realistically until the very last turn.
I mean, if you got another unit over there, say you got a flyer or something that was harassing those. Yeah. That 3-man unit of Sentinels, and I'd have to kind of rethink what I was doing with them. If you made me withdraw from the building, then potentially that could swing the outcome of the game. Yeah,
it could do. I mean, I was tempted to take my Xiphon Fly because that's another unit that I absolutely love for these as well. But obviously there's no Primarchs involved in this fight, and it's probably a good thing, because whenever I take Rebirth Gulliman against Custodes, because they are designed to smash a Primarch in the face, he always dies, and that's always a sad thing. But yeah, no, that's a really good fun game. So as I said at the start, don't forget to go check out King Fluff on Facebook and Instagram. Check out Eventbrite if you are interested in any of his tickets. Leave us a comment, leave us a like, always really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and don't forget to click that little bell icon so you never miss any of our content. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.